Hello, everyone. This is Randy Nunez, your host on Between the Chalk Lines. Welcome back to another episode. This is being recorded on the 19th. You'll see this on the 20th, Saturday, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, which brings me to my first point because I have special announcements. Next week's episode will be recorded live. I'm recording it on Saturday. We're having a special guest who you've already seen. If you've been following this channel or podcast, you've seen or heard them. We'll be doing some talking about the way the teams have started off the season in April. It's not quite the end of April next week, but a couple days left and a couple games left for the rest of the teams. But we have a good picture of where everyone is to start off. So I just want to talk to them about that and get their opinion. So we're doing that. And just want to let you know that next week, the winner of the Jose Ramirez 2023 Topps Finest Purple Refractor, number 250, will be announced. So if you haven't already left a comment, chime off down in the comments. Whether it's on YouTube, Instagram, X, TikTok, leave a comment and you might win the card. Guess it out of 250. But to move on to today's shorter episode than usual, I just wanted to talk about some of the things that we'll be mentioning next week. The standings. Some of the teams have been underperforming. I would say that the Dodgers spent over $1 billion. That's with a B, billion, an off season. I would have expected them to be running away with the division in the National League West. They are actually going into today 12-9. So they are just ahead of the San Diego Padres, who tried to get into the playoffs last year, traded away Juan Soto to the Yankees in this offseason, and they're just one game behind the Dodgers. We're 12-9. So, and you can't forget about the Diamondbacks, who made it to the World Series last year. They're only 2.5 games behind Dodgers. So the National League West, same thing with the Giants. They're 2.5 games behind Dodgers. The only team that looks like they're kind of out of it going into May, again, it's only April right now, and we'll be talking about this more next week with our guest, is the Rockies. Rockies look out of it at 4-15. Only have 4 games that they have won in all of April. So, as far as the standings go into tonight, Friday, the 19th, Yankees and AL East top. Orioles second place, Rays third place, who just split the series against Angels, and the Blue Jays are in fourth place with Boston, who are playing 500 ball at 10-10. Our last place. The AL Central Guardians first place. So Jose Ramirez, who knows, his cards might go up in price. Kansas City Royals, second place. Third place, Tigers, who started off really hot. Were first place for a little bit, are in third place. Twins, who won the division last year. The Twins, not sure. I can't say that they're out of it yet. Can't say that they'll stay. White Sox, last place in Central, only have 3 wins. There's not much more to say about that. They've been marred with injuries, but you're probably going to hear a lot about that next week. AL West, Texas Rangers, who won the World Series last year, are 11-9, almost identical record with Dodgers, actually, just 1 win behind, are in first place. Angels, who play with their fan base hearts, every year, back and forth. It's, they could do it. They could do it. They can do it. Nope, not gonna do it, guys, gals. 9-10. They have lost 6 out of the last 10 games. They are on a losing streak. They have allowed 92 runs and only scored 86. I mean, away, they're winning 7-6. At home, they're only 2-4. Against 500 ball clubs, so ball clubs that are better than 500, they're only 6-10. It's not a good number. They basically lost every game they have played, almost, uh, against the 500 ball club. Who are they playing right now? The Reds are 9-9. AL West to wrap it up. The Oakland A's are fourth place. In last place, but Justin Verlander is making his debut today. This is his 2024 season debut. Are 6-14, actually, last place in the West. Go over to the National League. Atlanta Braves are top East, 12-5. Philadelphia Phillies, 11-8. Mets, 10-8. Nationals are 8-10, and the Marlins are 4-15. In National League Central, a team that I didn't have on my bingo card to be in first place now, Milwaukee Brewers. So the Brewers are in first place, Cubs second place, Pittsburgh Pirates, who started off really hot. Are third place, Cincinnati Reds are in fourth place, 9-9, like I said, 500 ball club. And to wrap it up, 9-10, the St. Louis Cardinals. West, like I said, Dodgers, Padres, Diamondbacks, Giants, and wrap it up, the Rockies. So what's kind of weird is Dodgers made a ton of trades this offseason with the Rays, Cubs, a couple other teams. Their one of their top prospects that they had last year going into 2023, Michael Busch, infielder, first baseman, third baseman, other positions, is looking like a National League Rookie of the Year player with the Cubs. Another guy who's looking like a Rookie of the Year candidate is Shota Imanaga from Japan. He's just rocking it right now. He's undefeated, and I think he has a 0 ERA right now, going into start number 5 tomorrow, I believe. And like I said early, it's end of April, or we're going into the end of April next week. They're just doing really, really good. The American League doesn't really have any rookie that's standing out too much further than Colton Cowser of the Orioles. Jason Dominguez is returning from his surgery later this year. We're looking at June, maybe earliest, July, possibly. So the Yankees will have Soto, Dominguez, and a Judge, obviously. He's going to be the face of the franchise for several years down the line. And I think the reason why the Yankees are in first place, to be honest, is the fact that they didn't go spend, a ton of money on a ton of guys. They made a good trade in getting Juan Soto. Soto isn't playing to the best of his ability, but he's not going to be going anywhere. He's not going to sent down or anything. He's not be benched. I think he's 25 years old, and he's already been in the league since 2019, 2020. Already has, I believe, a ring also, and should be getting a MVP sometime soon. I don't think he'll be with the Yankees after this season. That's the only question mark there is, do they lock him up long term? But I don't see it. last year, or sorry, last week, Jackson Holiday got called up my AL Rookie of the Year pick, and I just need the Pittsburgh Pirates to call up Paul Skeens. He's rocking down in AAA. He's got a 0 ERA. I know that he does for sure. Undefeated, and is getting about 20 strikeouts per game. Per game. So I know this isn't a small sample size, just over 12 innings, 4 games, 4 starts, but Pittsburgh is slowly slipping again in April, slowly slipping out of the playoff picture. Um, if they're serious about getting into the playoffs with McCutcheon's probably last year in the majors, and I want to get back to him in a second, they will probably want to call up Paul Skeens. Getting back to McCutcheon, welcome to the 300 home run league or club. You just hit your 300th home run last week, so congratulations. Got that milestone out of the way. I know there's a few other milestones. I know Mike Trout will be joining the 400 home run, I believe it is, milestone club. Let's see. I'm gonna double check that. He is sitting at 376. So yeah, I mean, at the pace he's going, he's got 8 home runs already this season. He's they always say on pace, but he's on pace to hit over 60 home runs. With the kid on the way, I don't see him hitting 60 home runs or whatever it is that he's on pace to hit right now. But with the 14 seasons he's got and this pace he's on, toward pace, he's got a total of like I said, 376. He's hitting 300 flat in his career, or 1,600 hits. So he just needs 24 more home runs to reach 400, and I think he can do it. Still stays healthy, no injuries, doesn't go too far on the parental leave when his kid comes during the season. Is back, he's still in the groove. I think he can do it, and he can get to 400. So we're looking at that. And as I mentioned, Justin Verlander is making his debut for the season. His win counts, he's at 257 wins. I don't know if he'll make the 300 win club. It's one of those things that's just really out of reach. I believe he has an option for next year. But getting 43 wins. 43. The wins and losses has really been diminished by the use of the bullpen by teams. And I don't see a lot of starting pitchers getting wins. It's a lot of relief pitchers, a lot of closers, getting wins if they do the 3 inning save. They also get the win. So there's that. And in other news, with Pirates, Rollins Chapman suspended for 2 games and fined an unreported amount of money. So I don't know how much he got fined. I hope it's not too much. I hope he does appeal that, because from what I saw, I don't know what he said to the umpire, but whatever he did say to the umpire, it just pissed him off, obviously, and he got thrown out. So he is getting in trouble by the league, and he'll have to pay for it. Obviously, it's not a good thing. Other things, Kyle Freeland of the Rockies, just more bad luck. Injured himself as a pinch runner. He's a pitcher. And he's running bases. Got hurt. Other notable things by the league. What else? What can I say? Let's see. Ellie De La Cruz just did a grand slam. I believe that is his first grand slam of his career. You're seeing this live being reported. I'm keeping track of the Angels and Reds game. Not only because of Ellie De La Cruz, but I mean, it's a cool series. A lot of young guys there. Nolan Chenuel wanted to bring him up, hitting under 200, but he was just drafted last year and got like 30 some games in the minors. Brought him up in August, and you expect him to get on base and hit like a major leaguer when he was hardly a minor leaguer. So I don't know what fans and the coaches expect really out of a guy like that who just doesn't have the experience down in the lower levels. Um, I'm not defending him. I mean, he does have to do better. But Angels, they kind of set themselves up for that one. They don't have any other first baseman. They got rid of Jared Walsh, went to Texas Rangers, and they decided to put him on their opening roster, and he's doing okay. Walsh, I mean, I think he just needed some time, and he'll be fine. And then they could have let Shanuel develop in the minors for a couple of seasons and then bring him up. But they thought, oh, he's doing excellent in college. He's doing excellent in the minors. Let's bring him to the majors. You know, I think bad call by them. Much as I like Shanuel, I think it's just a bad move on their part. But can't blame the player for that. And there are obviously the rash of injuries that we've seen. I've mentioned before. I think I mentioned it last week. Kyle Freeland thing was a fluke because he was running the bases. I think we're going to see more injuries as far as pitching goes. I mean, you're always going to see injuries as far as position players. And I do want to bring up one player who has kind of turned around, and it's exciting to see Anthony Rendon. Anthony Rendon has just flipped the switch. It's insane. I want to see his numbers. I want to tell you the numbers, but Rendon is hitting 257 with no home runs yet. I mean, he was always known as a doubles guy. 3 RBI, 3 stolen bases. His 2023 average was 236. 2022, 229. 2021, he hit 240. And in 2020, a shortened season, he hit 286. So the 2024 257 average is better than 2021, 2022, and 2023. And if he stays healthy, that's the big thing. He only played 47 games in 2022, 43 games 2023. And then the most games he played with the Angels was 58 in 2021, that shortened season. He's at 18 games so far. I mean, again, like I said, April, it's early. Who knows? He could get hurt today. Don't want to jinx it, but could get her today. But if we extrapolate those numbers to 162 games or 150 games, whatever it may be, because the Angels do have Miguel Sano, who could play third base and first base. He's actually starting tonight at first, giving Shanuel a little bit of a break, a breather. I do see him reaching his national league numbers where he was hitting 280-ish, 300 possibly with the Washington Nationals. You could do that with Angels and hit, a bunch of doubles, like hit 30 doubles, 25 doubles, 20 doubles, whatever it may be. Getting 40. He hit 40 doubles plus in 3 seasons consecutively with the Washington Nationals. He hit 41, 44, and 44. And then just dropped off with 11, 13, 10, 6, and he's got 3 so far this season. So he's already going to break the doubles numbers that he had last year. Probably 2022, he'll hit more than 10. Home runs, not really worried about the home runs as far as that goes. Strikeouts will be the big thing. Is he going to strike out 100 plus times? He only did it twice with DC. Struck out 104 times in his second year, and then in his fourth year, he struck out 117 times. He's not going to steal a ton of bases. He's already stolen more than he's stolen last year and the year before that. So he'll come back player of the year, possibly. Who knows? We'll see. But as far as tonight, the Reds are going to take this game probably. Are already up 7-1. Sorry, not already, but in the top of the ninth, they're up 7-1. So I don't think the Angels are going to get this game against the Reds. That's the only game that I see live, and I think I'm going to wrap it up there with my light dead sign. So again, out of 250, Jose Ramirez of the Guardians, I guess. Drop a comment and a like. Please, follow, subscribe, whatever it may be. It helps. It helps with the algorithm. It helps with everything else. A number out of 250, and then Jose Ramirez. So, see you next week. Special edition episode. It'll be live and then dropped later in the day. I'll tell you when it drops. You'll see the links on Twitter and X. You'll see the clips on TikTok and Instagram, and probably on Twitter and X as well as Facebook if you follow me there. So, see you next week.